What terrifying secret was found in Gene Hackman's mansion? A magnificent mansion, a legendary Hollywood star, and a shocking FBI investigation. How could these seemingly unrelated elements be connected? When agents stepped into Gene Hackman's luxurious estate, they never expected to uncover a horrifying secret buried for years. What did they find that left even the most experienced investigators stunned? And why has this case shaken Hollywood to its core? The chilling discovery inside Hackman's mansion raises more questions than answers, and the truth behind those doors is more terrifying than anyone could have imagined. A Hollywood legend's mysterious fate. A shocking tragedy struck Hollywood when Oscar-winning actor Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, were found dead in their $3.3 million Santa Fe mansion. What initially seemed like an unfortunate accident quickly turned into a case filled with eerie details. Pills scattered across the floor, doors left wide open for no apparent reason, and, most disturbingly, a mysterious mummified body hidden within the mansion's walls. At first, authorities ruled the deaths as natural, but the deeper investigators dug, the more sinister the case became. The FBI was called in after detectives found strange inconsistencies they couldn't ignore. Was this truly an unfortunate tragedy, or was there a dark secret lurking behind the walls of this seemingly peaceful estate? Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa had long been known for their private and reclusive lifestyle. They chose to live far from the Hollywood spotlight, enjoying the serenity of their secluded Santa Fe home. But as investigators pieced together the timeline of their final days, an eerie realization set in: the couple had seemingly vanished from public life for weeks before their deaths. They had no recent contact with friends or family, and neighbors barely noticed their absence. What really happened behind the closed doors of this mansion, and why did it take so long for anyone to realize something was terribly wrong? The chilling discovery. For nearly 2 weeks, no one saw or heard from Gene Hackman or his wife. Living in a gated community where privacy was sacred, their absence went unnoticed. That is, until a maintenance worker made a discovery that would shock the world. While making a routine check of the property, he noticed something strange: a door wide open, an unusual occurrence in such an exclusive neighborhood. Concerned, he stepped inside, unaware that he was about to witness a scene straight out of a nightmare. The worker found Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa lying lifeless in different rooms of the house, their bodies showing signs of early decomposition. One of their beloved dogs was also found dead, locked inside a closet. The air inside the house was heavy with an unsettling silence, and as authorities arrived, they realized that something was terribly off. Why had no one discovered them sooner? Could their isolation have played a role in this delayed discovery? And most importantly, was their death truly an accident? Unanswered questions and bizarre clues. Investigators quickly noticed several strange details at the scene. Pills were scattered across the floor near Betsy Arakawa's body, as if someone had knocked them over in a hurry. An open bottle of wine sat on the table, untouched. Gene Hackman was found with his signature sunglasses and cane nearby, everyday objects that suddenly seemed like cryptic clues to an unsolved mystery. But what truly disturbed investigators was the discovery of a hidden, mummified corpse within the mansion's walls. Who was this person? How long had they been there? And did this terrifying revelation have anything to do with the couple's mysterious deaths? As forensic teams worked to identify the body, they faced even more disturbing questions. The mansion, once a place of peace and luxury, was now at the center of a chilling investigation that hinted at something far darker than anyone could have expected. Despite their wealth and success, Hackman and his wife had chosen a life of seclusion, but had that very choice hidden something dangerous in their home? Had they unknowingly been living with a terrible secret for years? The presence of the mummified body sent shockwaves through the investigation, forcing authorities to rethink everything they thought they knew about the case. A crime scene with no signs of a crime? As forensic experts examined the mansion, they noticed something chilling: there were no signs of forced entry, no broken glass, no signs of struggle. The doors had been left open, but there was no evidence of an intruder. It was as if time had frozen, leaving no obvious explanation for the tragedy that had occurred. How could two people suddenly die under such mysterious circumstances with no apparent cause? Toxicology reports ruled out carbon monoxide poisoning, one of the most common causes of unexplained deaths in homes. There were no signs of self-harm or external injuries. Even the scattered pills didn't offer a clear explanation. None of the substances found in the house appeared lethal in the doses present. It was a tragedy without a trace, a puzzle without an answer. The FBI, now fully involved in the case, began considering every possible angle. Could someone have been living secretly in the mansion without the couple's knowledge? Had Gene Hackman and his wife discovered something they weren't supposed to see? And if foul play was involved, how had the perpetrator managed to leave no evidence behind? A dark secret hidden in plain sight. One of the most disturbing elements of the case was the hidden body. Authorities confirmed that the mummified remains belonged to a woman who had been dead for at least several years. But the real mystery was how she had ended up there, and why no one had ever reported her missing. Who was she? Had she been murdered and hidden inside the house without Hackman and his wife ever knowing? Or had they been keeping a terrible secret all along? Neighbors and close friends were stunned by the revelations, insisting that Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa were good, kind-hearted people who could never be involved in something so horrifying. But the mansion told a different story. Somewhere within its walls, a dark history had been buried, literally. As investigators continued their search for answers, they uncovered another unsettling detail. Records showed that the mansion had changed ownership multiple times over the years, with previous owners also leaving mysteriously. Had this house always been cursed by a sinister presence? Was there something about the property itself that led to these tragedies? The case that won't be forgotten. As the investigation drags on, the truth remains elusive. Every lead seems to open more questions instead of providing answers. The deaths of Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa are no longer just a Hollywood tragedy, they are the center of one of the most bizarre and chilling cases in recent history. What really happened inside that mansion? Was it a case of an accident, a crime that was masterfully covered up, or something far more sinister? The mansion, once a place of luxury and retreat, now stands as a haunted monument to an unsolved mystery. Investigators continue to work tirelessly, but one thing is certain: whatever happened behind those closed doors is a story more chilling than any Hollywood thriller. As the world waits for answers, one question lingers in the air: will we ever truly know the dark secret hidden within Gene Hackman's mansion?